it seems like there's increasing pressure behind some of these applications, Twitter and Facebook, to kind of remove this censorship and to get rid of this idea of like deplatforming people. And it seems to be becoming a more mainstream issue. Do you think right now we have a critical mass of people that really do care about privacy and security and censorship to enable a network to form on the embassy?
That is a great question. I think social media is going to be one of the last applications to really take off.
How come?
Simply because social media, more than any other application, is so critically dependent on network effects, especially things like Twitter, right? I can expect that more private forms of social media, where your interactions are very like point to point, are going to have like those will be a little bit easier to move over to a system like this. But the ones that really depend on like the public comments, that's going to be very, very hard, because everyone wants to be where everyone already is. And if they're not, then they're going to be missing out. And like you can publish to 3 people, but like really people are publishing. Like privacy is not a consideration for things like Twitter, right? DMs aside, right? Like I don't give a fuck about privacy. I'm publishing on Twitter because I want it to be public. People are like, the whole point is for as many people to see this as possible. And if Twitter employees can see my tweets, then, you know, so be it.
I think it'll probably be some of those single user applications like storage that could be the first to really pick up steam.
That's the easiest way to start, because it doesn't require any of your friends to have it in order for you to get value out of it. And I don't know if you saw this, but like someone like recently posted this screenshot where Google took down one of their files from Drive because it was like illegal content. And it turned out it was like an empty text file or something stupid like that. But like the point is that the fact that Google even has that power, like what if you depended on that document and they just decided, yeah, this, you know, our shareholders don't like that people have this content here, so we're just going to stop you from having it here. Yeah. Then even if you're not taken by surprise by that, some people are going to need a place to store the files that the other people don't want to host, right?
Right. Okay, so I have no sense for how big this is, but how, if I were to, like, take the average internet user today, you know, they've got a bunch of social media apps, they have a bunch of stuff stored in Google Drive. How much stuff do they have that they have to download? Like, is that something that could even be feasible on a Raspberry Pi today? Do you need much more storage? I don't even know how big it would be.
Yeah, so I've had a Gmail account since 2007. I basically never delete any emails whatsoever. And it's only using about 7 gigabytes. And as with the 030 upgrade with external drives, what we're recommending people is picking up a terabyte of space. So literally every email that I've ever sent or received since 2007 could fit in 0.7% of this drive.
Right.
So a lot of data takes up very little space. If you're a movie, like if you do a lot of videography, maybe you're going to need a lot more storage, because that's super, super data intensive. But otherwise, like most end users are going to be able to get away with relatively low storage. And that's just today. Like I can very easily imagine in the not too distant future having versions of this product that, you know, you just extend the storage up to like 10 terabytes and then it's like not a big deal.